Excuse me. Baruch atah asher anat melech ha'olam asher kiddushani b'mitzvotav v'tzivani lehitativ l'tzitzit. Good morning. I need a drink. I have to clear my throat. Good morning, Sarah. It's been so nice talking to you this morning. I tried to post a Maria Primachenko gif to the live stream announcement, but it does not exist in the Discord gif space. So maybe I need to go onto a bunch of GIF search engines and upload animated versions of her art. Be a funny kind of activism. So, today we are going to say the Shema and the Vahafta. We're going to read from the Descent of Inanna, this book we've been reading from. And we're going to say Arati, and we're going to say Kaddish, because that's what I like to do in the mornings, because repetition creates meaning. Yeah. So we'll start with a little vocal warm-up. You've been too ill to go to church. With seizures. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds incredibly challenging. Yeah, I'm glad we can be here together. It's pretty great. So, now we'll say the Shema. Shema means listen. Do I have an online class? One day. I have taught online classes in the past. I'm not teaching anything currently, but the next time I teach something, I will be sure to let you know, okay? Yeah, I want to teach on TikTok more. So the word Shema means listen. And the words that come after it, they mean all the names of God are connected to the same. Yahweh and Elohim have the same great-great-grandma. Didn't you know? Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yameh Echad. Vahafta et anat Elohecha ub'chol levavcha ub'chol nafshecha ub'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ila Asher nachi mitzavcha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'vitecha v'lechtecha chavaderch uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ohot al yadecha avechayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtaham al mizuzot beitecha u'vihisharecha v'chaya ki v'achaya Elohecha el ha'arta asher nishba lavatecha le'avram le'yitzchak u'Yaakov לתת לך עברים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית. ובתים מלאים כתובה אשר למילתה, וברות הצווים אשר לא עשת, גרים בזיתים אשר נתת, והלכת ושבת. הישמר לך פן תשכח את ירשך תשכחה מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. Good morning, Julia. Really nice to see you. How are you? Repeat the name of God. That's all I have to say to you. That's it, we're done. Conclusion. Repeat the name of God. I don't know why. Because the name of God wants you to repeat the name of God, clearly. I've been doing quite well, Julia. So let's, excuse me. What would Jesus do? Jesus would repeat the name of Jesus, because he's an egomaniac. Yeshua. We're going to repeat the name of some very old gods. Some very old gods by the name of Kugara and Galatur. Who are the Kugara and the Galatur? We were just introduced to them yesterday. So the Kugara is a creature that was made a demigod, a non-binary wonder. Is an androgynous being created from the dirt underneath the fingernails of the great creator god Enki. A creature neither male nor female. Right? Is that what it says? A being, not a creature, a being neither male nor female. I don't know how to describe living beings. I guess we can call them beings. That's pretty simple. And the Galatur, what's the Galatur? Well, another being made from the dirt under the fingernails of the great creator god Enki. And what is the Galatur but a being neither female nor male? So we are going to learn about their deeds. And how they're going to allow the Queen of Heaven, Inanna, to return to the land of the living. The Kugara and the Galatur acted upon what Enki had said. They journeyed to the underworld, both slipping through the gap in the gate, just as a fly would do. And they entered the throne room of the Lady of the Underworld. There was no linen garment covering her. Her breasts were bare, and her hair was disheveled, swirling about her head like leeks. Ereshkigal sighed, "Oh, my insides." And they sighed, "Oh, my insides." And when she sighed, "Oh, my outside," they sighed, "Oh, my outside." Then Ereshkigal ceased for a time and gazed at the two of them. Then she asked of them, "Who might you be, who sigh with me, and moan and groan? If you are divine, I will give you a blessing. While if you are mortal beings, then I will bestow upon you a gift. I would give you the water gift, which is the river's abundance." And the Kugara and the Galatur replied, "It is not what we would like." Ereshkigal said, "Then I will give you the barley gift of rich fields." And the Kugara and Galatur replied, "It is not what we would like." And Ereshkigal answered, "Then tell me, what would you wish to have?" And they replied, "We want only the carcass hanging on the wall." And Ereshkigal answered, "That carcass is the property of Inanna." Interesting, so Inanna is dead, and yet she still owns her body. That's some bodily autonomy for you. And they replied, "Whether it be a queen's or king's, we would like it." And thus they received the carcass. And the Kugara took the food of life and sprinkled it upon it. And the Galator took the water of life and sprinkled it upon it. And then Inanna rose up. And with that, we will have to pause for tomorrow. Isn't that incredible? Isn't this yes, it goes this way. So two non-binary creatures go to the Queen of Gereshkal and they have sex with her, clearly. And then she gives them the body of her sister. Yeah, it's so good. It's so incredibly good. I want everybody to know this story because I think it's so important, right? The death and resurrection, except really kinky. Yeah. Dr. Punk, how are you doing? It's nice to see you come into the room. What are you up to today? Oh, my insides. Oh. So, what a good story. Just what a spectacular... See, I want to know what the depictions of the Kugara and the Galator were. So we don't really know. Like, they might be on some cylinder seals. Like that cylinder seal that I showed you, that was a marriage cylinder. And so there's very likely somewhere a Kugara or a Galator on one of those cylinders, but like I don't know if we could know what it is or what it looks like, what they look like. I'm so curious. Oh, my insides. Oh. I mean, when I read that, like I just imagine ancient Mesopotamian porn. Right? Like some weird costume drama. These two creatures like descending into the underworld and they find the Lady of Death giving birth, screaming in pain. It's such an image. One of those weirdos, like, oh, those Christians. Like Christians who think about death a lot? No. That's very strange. The divine image is just a man dying on a cross. No, don't think about death too much. Like, that's weird. Right? The carcass of Inanna hanging on a hook over there to be resurrected. I mean, where does that image come from, right? It didn't start with Jesus. Yes, I'm the person who jumps into garbage bins. That is me, Tired Grape. I'm glad to have a Tired Grape here. Tired grapes make good raisins. So, now we're going to say Arati. Word Arati means flame. Oh no, I have positioned the camera incorrectly. There's the flame. So these are the closing prayers to the Shivananda daily liturgy that I learned when I was 19. Although the first time I'd heard them, I was in my mother's womb. But I memorized them when I was 19. And I've been saying them every day for 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, she's great. Inanna's incredible. Should read more about her. Jaya Jayarati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Sri Ganesha Jaya Jayarati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jayarati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vitura Navanita Chora Jaya Jaya Arati Venkantaramana Venkantaramana Sankatarana Sitarama Radhe Shama Jaya Jaya Arati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sadashiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Arati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Arati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Arati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimurti Avatara Jaya Jaya Arati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sankaracaya Sankaracaya Advaita Gurave Jaya Jaya Arati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jaya Arati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jaya Arati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shyama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Arati Ayapa Swamine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Arati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jaya Arati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Natatra Suyobati Natandrakara Tamnema Vidyobati Kutaya Magni Tvam Viva Bantaminwanti Sarvam Tasya Basya Samridam Vivanti Om Gange Kayamane Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Siddhi Kaveri Hiya Namastitam Namo Namaha Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Javinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Buddhyatmanava Prakriti Sabhavad Karombiyad Yad Sakalam Parasmahi Narayana Iti Sarmarpayami Sarvadharmam Pravichayam Amikam Sarvadam Vraja Aham Sva Sarva Papayo Mokshayami Masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these, I dedicate to you. Thank you so much. So, maybe one more prayer for the day. It's Kaddish. So, Sarah, I've repeated this etymology lesson many times, but I think reading the story of Ishtar gives it new context. Right? Like, this image. This image is the goddess Kaddish. She rides a lion. She arouses Egyptian gods left and right. She holds snakes. She has a solar disc on the top of her head. Right, so Kaddish and Inanna were conflated in the ancient Near East through a convoluted mixture of culture and language and blah blah. But yeah, when I think of Inanna, I think of this image, and I think of my name, right? So like, Kaddish means holy, or kadosh in Hebrew means holy, right? And then there's this other word in Hebrew, kedeshah, which meant temple prostitute, right? Then they talk about the temple prostitutes and how they were cast out. And then there's this prayer, the mourner's Kaddish. And it's like this strange concatenation of meanings, right? Grief and sacredness and separateness, and divine sexuality and forbidden sexuality and mourning, right? And it all, like, falls together in my mind as this kind of melange of meaning, right? Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Isaiah is prophesying the destruction of the city of Jerusalem. The Babylonians are going to come and destroy the temple and carry off the Ark of the Covenant. And Isaiah enters the throne room of God, sitting on his throne, covered by angels who are chanting Kadosh, 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 blocking out a light so blinding that were Isaiah to see it without the angels there, Isaiah would die. That is holiness, right? From the apocalyptic perspective of Isaiah. So I don't know. All of these images that when I look at this word, they come a little bit more alive. Yeah, the face. Well, no, the angels were faceless, right? They have wings and they have eyes. Have you seen images of Isaiah's angels? Right? Like, there's a meme. I'm sure you've encountered it, like biblically accurate angels, right? If they're quoting from the book of Isaiah, the way the angels are described. So I don't know, right? Like I say Kaddish every day because it's a prayer that I received from my ancestors. There are points in the Bible when the people are like, they cannot look at the face of God because it's too bright, too blinding. Yeah. Right, so I don't really know how to think about the connections between all of those concepts. But I think about them in like this funny aesthetic way. Their faces become like that of the angels, and basically you all have to turn your faces away. Yeah. I didn't know that you could pin comments. How long does the pin last? Will the pin be there when we stream again? Oh, you unpinned it. Oh, it just means you can put it on the top of the screen. Oh, so it's like if I wanted to answer a question, you can pin the... That's really good. Oh, that's great. Maybe if I do larger live streams one day, I can use that function. You were tapping. You have special moderator privileges. You can do things that no one else can do. Yeah, so how do I conclude this point? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I've confused myself a little bit. I got lost in all of the chat, but just I find it meaningful that all of these concepts are connected, right? Like that the image of this goddess can be connected to my name, can be connected to the concept of grief, can be connected to so many other things, and that I get to say a prayer in the spirit of that every day. Yeah, that is how we mourn. That's how I've learned to mourn, in any case. I don't know if I'm making any sense to anybody, but let's say the prayer. Yidkadal v'yidkadash Shema Rabbah. B'yalma divrachyote v'yamlich malchute b'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayed kol beit Yisrael b'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shema Rabbah mevarach li'olam omei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yirmam v'naseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shema dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush birchata v'nechematat yamiran b'yalma v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. O say shalom b'mirmav huya asay shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oh, say shalom b'mirmav, huya say shalom aleinu, v'yalechol Yisrael, v'imru v'imru, amen. Thanks. So... it's time for me to start my day. I have a meeting at 11 with a professor. But, gosh, it's been so fun to hang out with you this morning. What a lovely conversation. I'll be here tomorrow. Will I be here tomorrow? Today's Friday? I will not be here tomorrow. I cannot stream these weekends. I'll be here on Monday. And thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me. so repeatedly. You do never shut up. How do you... I find it incredible. It's pretty great. So, if you would like to join into some silly conversations, you can check out the Discord server. There's a link in the bio for that. There's also a link in the bio to support the stream. You can subscribe on Patreon, or leave a one-time tip, or subscribe on TikTok, or, you know, send little super likes, or all the ways to do the things. But yeah, let's hang out and chat. That's why I'm here. It is. Yeah, and I wish I could spend more time with all of you. So, I will see you on Monday, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Okay? Farewell.